Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution. I've been playing another game that has human augmentation, and possibly dogmentation,
Okay.
if you get the right mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, RimWorld was updated.
Oh, yeah.
It got a fairly substantial update and an expansion recently. And I feel like this might be one of my last opportunities to play RimWorld because, from what I understand, a Steam version of Dwarf Fortress is supposed to be happening eventually.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd.
Why?
Have we seen anything else like that in this game?
Not that I recall.
It looks like it has a different model than the floor-mounted ones.
Yeah. Ugh.
That seems bizarre to me because of what it's mounted to.
Yeah.
That feels like the kind of thing where it, they have cubbies for security bots in other parts of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of starting to feel like they might have had to rush through this last area a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Like maybe they suffered some serious crunch for Panchaea, because this feels like mounting it to that grate.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't much like that, especially because this feels like the kind of thing that would be so intimidating to see in a workplace.
Mm-hmm.
That it should be deployable from the ceiling.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
that grate does not scream sturdy or transforming.
Right.
Like maybe it sucks up into the... No.
No.
Because look at the other one right next to it.
Right.
No.
Yeah, and it could be worse.
It's not up to code, people.
Because we're kind of like looking for... We're paying pretty close attention to the world design and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why we noticed it. It could be worse. It could have just been mounted here.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe a designer had to make a snap decision without a lot of oversight, without a lot of inner office critique.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit, we want to put a turret up here for the mechanics of it. If I put it there, would that be better than putting it here?
Mm-hmm.
This, if I looked at it, if I hadn't paid so much close attention to it, I might not have thought anything of it. It's like, okay, it's mounted on the thing, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking about picking at things, did you ever turn off the commentary?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to get... look, it's just that things are starting to look a little more dramatic with all these corpses everywhere, and I was like, something's about to happen. Probably sooner.
Fun fact, so actually what we did is we had everybody in the office go in and get facial capture done, and every one of the people in Panchaea is an employee.
Oh.
It's this is representative of AAA late development crunch.
Mm-hmm.
This is a visual metaphor for AAA games development.
This
Secrets?
place is chaos.
Secrets? No secret. What was I? Oh yeah. So this might be one of the last chances I have to play RimWorld.
Mm-hmm.
Just because if I can conveniently just load Dwarf Fortress up on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'll probably never play RimWorld again. Because the reason why I got RimWorld is because it was sort of like the junior version of Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
But with the convenience of Steam.
I'm so excited for you. You love those dwarves.
I do.
And their fortresses.
I do love a good dwarven fortress. And the funny thing is, you don't even really have to play with dwarves in a fortress. You can do adventure mode and do something completely different, or see a cutscene. That's something else you can do. I'm pretty sure Dwarf Fortress has one cutscene. The intro video, which is very charming.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. But human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
I feel like he's mixing up a lot of independently valid ideas.
Yeah.
And on the one hand, maybe he seems like an intelligent individual. He might just have a lot going on, a lot of conflicting ideas. But in a situation like this, it makes him seem
Nothing more to say, Mr. Jensen?
indecisive.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the personality type as much as I should have been.
That's not... Hold on. This has happened so many times that now I feel like I need to... I need to make a point of it.
Yeah.
When they are relevant, they are labeled on this screen.
Right.
He got one brick of beta, but that does not matter.
Because it will be labeled.
Am I finally getting through to you?
So right now, just what do you want to say to him to further the conversation?
What is the critique? Either extrapolate or critique. You pick. I think critique.
Am I finally getting through to you?
I don't know if I agree with critique. Because you can. It's provable. It was proved today. You can force people to change. You can force these people to change. They changed hundreds of thousands of people into cyberpunk zombies.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And I know that's not what they mean, but
I think
It is relevant. I do think it is relevant. You can... At the core of this game, it's the Illuminati plotting.
Mm-hmm.
They did force people to change in subtle ways. The reason why they were able to arrive at that end result of hundreds of thousands of murder machines,
Yeah.
it's because they... all of the augmented people that went in to get their chips updated, they didn't do that spontaneously. They
Yeah.
didn't suddenly grow augmented limbs overnight and then spontaneously decide to get that hardware update overnight. They had been conditioned to trust Lim.
Yeah.
They had extenuating circumstances that put them in the position to have augments to begin with.
Yeah. I guess what
I think I agree more with this because I feel like this is so destructive.
Yeah. That's why I keep flipping back and forth because, like, when I think you can't force people to change, that's not exactly what I mean. But I don't think it's going to have the desired result the way that he's going about it. So maybe it really is A that I really mean.
Which one then?
Extrapolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think humanity needs to be punished? Is that it? Pain is the only thing people understand? By the time this is over, there will be no humanity left to embrace your change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out of us.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought, over time, surely the human spirit can recover. You, of all people, should be able to understand this. In your former career, were you not sometimes called upon to kill in the line of duty, to carry that grim responsibility in order to save others? You must realize this is no different. Only the scale has changed. Because the threat we face as a species is so extreme.
Go back to extrapolate again. Yeah.
Nothing more to say, Mr. Jensen?
We're reading, Hugh.
This is heavy stuff, man.
You want to extrapolate?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say...
I don't
will be
actually agree with
dismissed as
this.
the
I feel
ravings
like
of a mass
he's
murderer.
well connected enough.
You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
I have shown the world the worst of itself, Mr. Jensen. As long as people understand that, what they say of me doesn't matter. Quite frankly, I don't even know why I'm listening to you. There's
Guilt?
nothing you can say I haven't said to myself at one point or another. The difference, Mr. Jensen, is that I know people like you need this wake-up call. You will never freely give up your augments. Your desire for their power blinds you to the danger you put humanity in.
What?
I didn't ask for this. Okay, you pick this one.
Could activate the pheromone influence, but this guy, he has been so... subdued, I suppose. He hasn't had like an outburst. Like, I think unless I missed something, he's only had one block of beta, one little tell.
Say, Mr. Jensen.
Do you want me to use the pheromone emitter anyway? And just go with beta?
I don't know. I think that I saw some alpha points too.
Did you?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
Okay. Well, then that beats the one beta that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, do you want to keep going, trying to talk to him to see if maybe he shows more blocks, like if he has an outburst that like fills up 3 on one of them, or do you want me to just
Go to appeal to see if it makes him have an outburst, because all of the extrapolates have not made him freak out.
So you want to do an appeal?
Yeah, 1 appeal, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll do the pheromones thing.
People like me, I'm no different than you, Darrow. I'm still a human being, just like all the men and women you're driving insane out there. Step back for just 1 moment and see it through our eyes. You've convinced yourself you're saving the world, but you're just lashing out in spite.
No, I didn't mean to imply... Mr. Jensen, please. You and I, we're 2 sides of the same coin. I could have been you if it weren't for this damned blood in my veins. But I was cheated by my own DNA, cursed to become a cripple. And I am not the only one. As long as this technology exists, mankind will continue to divide. Help me make us all equal again.
Still no personality type data.
And now it didn't give us the pheromone option.
Huh. Let's do a critique just for variety's sake. I'm now interested.
You cover it up
Damn.
with all that pretense about saving the world, try to justify it. But deep down inside, you're nothing more than an angry child, spiteful, full of hate, envious, and bitter. How petty is that?
Yeah.
Petty? I was betrayed by my own genetics, ruined by my own flesh. What right do you have to condemn me, to curse me? All I ever wanted was to build something good, something magnificent. And now, there's so much blood. So much blood. I will give you what you want, Mr. Jensen. Codes to shut down Panchaea's security system. But you'll still be in danger. Much of the system is self-determining and lethal. When you see it, maybe then you'll understand. The technology I created will not be the future any one of us desires. Please, help the world understand that.
Well, we got through it.
Hey, and we didn't even do the pheromone thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. You know what I thought that was for a second?
What?
Out of the corner of my eye, I thought that was some sort of collectible, like some sort of very video gamey pickup that suddenly found its way into the game. But it's just a trash fire. How are we doing on time? Because
Oh, it's time to end the episode.
I just want to say that I identify with Hugh Darrow's plight here. I have. So here's a quick short story. I need corrective lenses. I wear glasses, but I used to wear contacts. But in college, the shape of my eye changed between prescriptions. And long story short, one of my contacts was essentially suffocating my eye. Now, fortunately, the problem was caught early enough that it only started to blind me. If it had gone on for a few more months, I would have been noticeably, obviously blinded in one of my eyes. I have a few other problems that are similar, like body betrayal problems.
Yeah.
But that is a quick and easy one to describe. So, I mean, I get it. I get wanting desperately for technology to be able to make up for the deficiencies of what is ultimately bodies are designed by the worst possible committee, right?
Yeah.
It's designed by what I will often say if I'm feeling especially spiteful. It's like millennia of horny cavemen.
Yeah.
That's what.
True.
That's where mortal bodies come from.
Yeah.
So sorry about all like the hundreds of thousands of murders, but I also kind of get it. Hugh. Here, give me one. Bye, Hugh.
There's too much blood in this room for romance.
It was just a kiss on the forehead.
Okay.